What's up, y'all? It's your boy, The Combatant. It's been a minute since I hit y'all with this type of intro, you know what I'm saying? But I'm back with it. And today we're going to be talking about the y'all niggas Arrow. Let's talk about the first one, Malcolm Merlin. So Malcolm walks up the Green Arrow, wrenches his arm, start beating him. Malcolm start telling the Arrow, he was like, the list? I know about it. The man that authorized it wants you gone, sent back to the lobby. Next moment, some thugs have him at gunpoint. The moment they pointed at Tommy, Malcolm loses it. So Malcolm grabs the opponent's arm, hits him in the neck, wrenches the next man's arm, and holds him at gunpoint. Blam! Let it go. And Tommy was like, what you doing? Malcolm was like, it would have been us or them. I made the choice. I got it done. Or how about that time the Arrow put up on Malcolm Merlin? So Malcolm catches Arrow's arrow. Malcolm was like, ironic, isn't it? Just last Christmas I tried to send you back to the lobby. Then you saved me. You should make up your mind. Arrow says done. So Malcolm chucks the arrow at Arrow, and he leans back and dodges the attack. Malcolm comes out of nowhere and drop kicks Arrow in the chest. So Arrow spins, blocks his chop. Malcolm parries his right hand strike. Malcolm throws his cross. Arrow parries it. Then Malcolm checks the right arm. Arrow throws a left hook, but Malcolm rolls under it.
Malcolm blocks Arrow's attack.
So Arrow spins, hits Malcolm in the mouth, kicks his knee down. Malcolm starts screaming, ah! Arrow throws his next attack, hits the sculpture's head. Malcolm gets up, throws his right roundhouse kick, misses. Malcolm parries, checks, and then throws his back fist. He grabs Arrow, throws him on the table, starts kneeing him in the body. So Malcolm picks Arrow up and suplexes him on the table. After he does that, they both get up. He breaks Arrow's bow. He punches him with the cross. Arrow drops his bow, tackles Malcolm, tackles him in the wall. So Malcolm throws him to the ground, starts beating the crap out of him. He takes Arrow's mask off and realizes he was fighting Oliver Queen this whole time. But yes, Malcolm is the reason why Thea, the way she is, he trained her. So Thea and Malcolm start dueling. Malcolm disarms Thea.
Thea start looking at him like, okay, I see how it is.
Thea throws a high attack. Malcolm blocks it. Malcolm throws his attack. Thea blocks it. Malcolm goes up, it gets blocked. Malcolm goes down, it gets blocked. Thea rolls under Malcolm's attack. He hits the sculpture. They start dueling some more. She ends up breaking an artifact. Can y'all stop breaking stuff, please? But now we move on to... Let's talk about the time Arrow pulled up on Thea. So Thea throws some glass at Arrow. Thea throws her cross in her roundhouse. She throws a spinning back kick, hits Arrow in the stomach. Thea says, stay away from me, weirdo ass dude. And then she jumps over the railing. Let's talk about the next moment.
So Oliver is training Thea to be a better young.
Thea throws dirt at Oliver. Oliver says, did Malcolm teach you to cheat? Thea says to Oliver, Malcolm told her there's no such thing. There's only life and getting sent back to the lobby. And this next moment is even crazier. Let's talk about the time where Thea came fresh off that Lazarus pit. Thea kicks the soldier's knee down, rolls him on the ground, start hitting him with the ground and pound, beating the crap out of him. That Lazarus pit really do affect the mind. She pulls out the arrow trying to go for the final blow, but Oliver was like, stop. Oliver always at the last minute. Stop. Don't do it, Thea. No.
How about this moment when Thea went overboard, hyperextending the man's arm, and then Arrow got mad. He literally sent people back to the lobby. And he got the nerve to get mad? Okay.
Once they make it back to the base, Arrow starts showing her why you shouldn't go overboard. So Thea throws her 1-2. It gets parried. She throws her next punch. Oliver puts her in the hold. Thea hits him with the hook and then a teep. Oliver rolls under the next kick. She kicks the bag. She runs to jump on Arrow while everything falls around her. She starts screaming like a maniac because she's fresh off that Lazarus pit. A man pulls up on Thea talking about, you look like the kind of girl with no means yes. So Thea was like, who you talking to? So she started beating the crap out of him, throwing him everywhere. She started beating the crap out of the man. That Lazarus pit rage is something else. Let's talk about the time she had to fight John Diggle's brother. So Thea hits him with the bow, knocks his arm down. Thea throws the kick, and he rolls under it, and he throws a 1-2 and knocks Thea back. Thea parries the cross to her own cross, get kicked in the stomach. While she's falling back, Andy come out of nowhere with the elbow. After he misses, he throws his cross. Thea parries it, parries the jab. She grips her head, rolls under the attack. She blocks the cross to her back kick. She blocks the low line shot, holds his arm to his own chest. Andy knocks her arm down. She jumps up, kicks him in the chest. Andy throws his left slash, and then she kicks his arm. Andy jumps off the ground, kicks her in the stomach. He runs out. He throws the cross and the hook, but she catches it, pushes him back, knocks him through the door. Andy picks her up, throws her into the cage. Then she kicks him back. She walks out and put an arrow in his chest. And the last person we're going to talk about, the video is literally about him. going against Deadshot. So Green Arrow shoots his arrow. Deadshot was like, what sense it make to bring a bow and arrow to a gunfight? Arrow disrespectful had kicked Deadshot in the back of the head. His theatrical had hold the pole, kick him. Deadshot was like, stop that. Bro. Arrow grabs him and throws him through the table. He gets up while Arrow blocks his cross. Arrow punches him in the face and then in the body. He slams him back and starts choking him with the bow and arrow. So Deadshot punches him in the arm and knees him. He strips the arrow away from Arrow. Arrow throws him back, picks up his arrow. Deadshot shoots, but then Arrow shoots his arrow and it goes in his eye. And here's the last one. Let's talk about when the assassin pull up to the queen's house. The assassin opens the door and Oliver kicks him in the chest. Oliver throws his hook. The assassin grabs him. He throws the assassin on the ground. Arrow teeps him in the stomach, runs up, punches him in the mouth. He throws his back kick and knocks the man down the stairs. After that happens, Oliver theatrical had jumped down. Oliver jumps over and kicks the man in the mouth. So Oliver and the assassin start going back and forth, trapping each other. Then the assassin grabs his arm and was like, what happened to you on that island? Oliver was like, you about to find out. So Oliver grabs him and they both fall down on the table. Oliver gets up dazed while the assassin grabs him. So when the assassin is choking Oliver, he gets thrown on the ground. Oliver grabs the nearby weapon. So Oliver grabs the weapon, knocks the gun out the man's hand. He hits the man in the leg.
Hits his weapon in the man's neck. He started talking his trash. That's what happened to me 5 years on that island.
We started off with Oliver in this office. His attorney is trying to get him off this case. The man tells Oliver that Renee dropped out as a witness, and they have a new witness, Roy Harper. And the reason why Renee is not there is because he's in the hospital. Oliver put that belt on him last episode. He tried to pull an axe out on him. Start swinging. He put up a good fight against Oliver. Oliver goes back to base, start talking with his team. Felicity start telling the team they ain't see Roy Harper in a minute. Oliver tells Thea, did you know? She was like, no. Diggle tells Oliver, I know I think it's extra legal. Why don't you just let your attorney deal with this? Oliver says, no, we're gonna have to suit up. She thinks she knows where Roy's at and where the DA is holding him. Diggle said, this is a terrible idea, Oliver. If you go out as a vigilante, they'll know it's you. You're making a bigger case for them. Oliver tells them that they'll wait until night to do recon and find out further information. John Diggle got a heat signature on Roy, and the cops are beating on him. They start discussing. John Diggle start monologuing to Oliver, saying, I had the hood on, I was cool. Diggle start talking about when he was on drugs 2 months ago. Oliver said, I could care less. Oliver goes back to base. Thea start asking, is Roy okay? Oliver dodges the question again. Thea says she'll go with them. And now we gonna switch it over to my boy. Oh yeah, shout out to him for making a thumbnail too.
We start off seeing Ollie and Thea posted up about to make a big play. Ollie shoots a firework, distracting the guards. You can tell these bozos were iPad babies, getting distracted by, oh, that one's green. Ollie proceeds to fire a grappler. As Thea begins moving in, peep the fireworks in the back, helping build that anticipation. Thea lands, heading inside the vent, and brace yourself for what we are about to see. We see Roy being tortured by these corrupt cops. Thea is watching angrily, blood boiling, steam out the ears, live streaming everything to Team Arrow. But Thea has seen enough. She's ready to bust a move, but Felicity tells us, I know Thea just got out of a coma, but dog, she can handle this. Nonetheless, Thea remains patient, just listening to the sound of Roy's ribs cracking. But the pain is only temporary because finally the cops leave. Thea enters, freeing Roy and embracing, but more cops are pulling up, so these boys gotta go. Thea opens up that window. That was terrible, my bad. Thea opens the window, grabbing Roy, but the pressure is on. Cops are heading up the stairs. Team Arrow is screaming at Thea, and within all the chaos, look at what Thea does. Thea is ready for a fight as she begins to post up, aiming at the door, and then Ollie yanked Thea as the cops bust in. Thea is livid, but Ollie promises her that they will get Roy back.
He and Oliver go back to base. Thea start telling the team that if they don't get Roy, he's going to end up getting sent back to the lobby. She tells the team that Roy was bleeding internally. Thea start getting mad at Oliver. Oliver tells Thea he had to pull her out of there. Oliver tells Thea that they'll get Roy Harper. Relax. So the team figures out where Roy Harper is. Thea's standing in front of the truck. She shoots the arrow at the truck. They run behind the truck. Oliver yell out, Roy, get back. He shoots the arrow at the door and see Roy ain't there. See Roy Harper's mask getting pulled off him. Ricardo Diaz start telling Roy if he doesn't testify against Oliver, he's going after Thea. And all you see is Roy giving Ricardo Diaz this death stare. Roy looking at Diaz like, okay, you going too far now. Oliver and his team is at this safe house. Laura start telling them that Ricardo Diaz got Roy Harper at this casino. So Oliver, Thea, and John Diggle make their way to that casino. So the trio arrives outside, and Diggle start telling the team, we need to know who's inside. Oliver said, watch this. So he shoots the 2 guards outside, and they all make their way in. So Felicity's taking all the firewalls down for them. Felicity start telling them, if y'all are in there, Carter might already know y'all there. So she tells them to go up the escalator. Diaz start telling Roy, it seemed like your friends came. So he tell Anatoly, get your guys, you know what to do. So they make their way to Diggle, Thea, and Oliver. Felicity tells the team that there's 4 people in front of them. So Oliver shoots the explosive arrow at the door, and the explosive arrow blows up. These 2 guys start letting it go through the hole, but nobody's there. Oliver shoots the 2 arrows at the 2 guys, and they all make their way down. So Felicity tells the trio that Diaz has Roy Harper through the door on the north wall. So a cop goes outside and sees the 2 goons laid out, so he calls for backup. The trio make their way to Ricardo Diaz. So the team make it to Diaz. They tell Diaz to get down. Diaz says, welcome back, Oliver. So he tells his team, no lobby shots. So they start letting it go on the team, and Oliver starts shooting arrows at him. John Diggle does his theatrical ad jump to get cover. Oliver and Thea get cover. Thea made it up in her mind to run out while they still shooting. Oliver says, what the hell? So Thea runs at the goon, punches the goon, rolls on the ground, disarms the next goon, spin him around. Oliver starts shooting 2 arrows, and then Diggle starts shooting 2. Thea spins around, throws a strike. She gets disarmed. She grabs the man, jumps on him, rolls on the ground. She started running. Diggle said, oh yeah, it's my time. So he does this spin move, punches the man. We see Oliver shooting an arrow. The man's back, and then Diggle and shoots him in the shoulder. Diggle knocks the next man's arm to the side and shoot him in the shoulder. Diggle, what's up with you shooting people in the shoulder? Diggle slams the man on the ground, puts the arrow on the man's leg. Oliver does his unnecessary spin and hit the man so hard he did a backflip. Oliver elbows the man, hits the man with the bow and arrow, teeps the man, shoots the arrow in the man's chest. Oliver going overboard. Oliver is a watered down version of Arkham Batman. Oliver would beat Robert Pattinson, Christian Bale. He would put up a good fight against Batflick. It could go either way. Oliver puts the arrow in the man, kicks him back. Anatoly tried to hit him, but he dodges the attack. He punches Anatoly. We see Diaz and his goon walking Roy out. The goon put Roy in the vehicle. Diaz come out of nowhere and shoot the goon. Shoot Diaz in his leg. Diaz throw a knife at Thea. Thea blocks it with her bow. Diaz run at Thea, throw a hook. Thea slides under it. Anatoly starts speaking that jibber jabber. Diggle say he got it from here. We back to Diaz and Thea. Thea throws a spinning heel kick and then a roundhouse kick. Diaz grabs her, disarm her, pull her down. Thea come in with the arrow, but Diaz punch her. He put the arrow to her neck. That's why Oliver come out of nowhere, tackle bro. They both point the arrow at him. Oliver tells Thea to take Roy and get up out of here. And Diaz start telling Oliver, you can't take me out. I got the whole police force on my side. Oliver said, until next time, man. So we started off with Oliver on this mountain. Oliver came to this mountain to look for a fade. That's just classic Oliver. Mishael Yamashiro is straight glazing Ra's al Ghul, telling Oliver, you're not built for this fight. So Oliver picks his weapon, and all you see is Ra's al Ghul standing at the edge or farming, saying, this is not what you want. I've been doing this for a long time. Oliver was like, yeah, I fought Malcolm Merlin and Deathstroke. Who are you? Oliver tells him, you're not gonna get a blade too? Ra's al Ghul says to Oliver, no, I'm gonna take your blade from you and use it on you. Ra's al Ghul hits Oliver, and then Oliver starts trying to hit Ra's. Ra's is dodging all the attacks, and he hit Oliver in the stomach. Oliver runs at Ra's, completely misses. Oliver try to come in with the neck strikes. He's parried, then he gets his leg stomped on. Oliver try to go for 2 attacks. Ra's al Ghul hit a spin move, block him, grab his arm. They start trapping each other. That's when Ra's kick him in the leg. Oliver trying to keep up with Ra's, but Ra's kick him back. Ra's said enough. He hit another spin move, cuts up, and then cuts down on Oliver's arm. Oliver says, ah! Oliver try to come in. Ray start blocking everything he throws at him. Oliver gets irritated. He try to hit him again. Once the fight keeps continuing, Oliver's having a hard time hitting Race. But once Oliver try to punch him, he grab his arm, kick him back. Oliver try to come in again. He points the sword at him. Ray start walking Oliver back near the edge. That's when Oliver scoops Race's arm, hits him, brings Race to his knees, try to slice Race. Race grabs his sword, hits Oliver in the neck, pierces Oliver in the stomach. He elbows Oliver and start monologuing to Oliver, pierces Oliver in the chest, kick bro down. That's the end of the video. Like, subscribe, do all that. I'm out. Peace.